My hairline. Yeah, it's all good. Ready?
The scar healed nicely.
What do you think, Doc?
Stand straight. I want you to be relaxed and You look so good. I think I recognize his face.
I know.
Here we are again. Another procedure, another year.
Yeah.
You seem happier though. You like you have more hair.
I have more hair. I'm very happy.
Another year, so it's been 2 years, the whole process. You looking good,
Thank you.
in my opinion.
Thank you. I feel good. You know what I feel like? I feel like a 42-year-old version of my 18-year-old self.
You're 42?
42.
I thought you were like 62, bro. Go through your journey of your second procedure. Tell us what was it? What was that?
It was a totally different experience than the first procedure. The first procedure was, felt very like a new experience to me. So I didn't quite know what to expect. Second procedure, I kind of knew what to expect, but I had a few extra surprises, if you will.
A different bump.
Yeah, same road. No, different road, same bumps. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. I mean, you know, a small price to pay, in my opinion, to get to where we are today. This second procedure was similar in the sense that we did another combination of FUT and FUE. It was a hybrid procedure, and the goal was to get as many grafts as we possibly could again. And we got a little over 2,500 grafts in the second procedure. So it was nice going into the second experience because I knew exactly what to do in terms of making sure I protected, you know, my head so it could heal the best possible way.
Here we go. Walking into Bosley, round number 2. Let's get it.
What do you want to say to your dumb friend?
What do you think now? Wish you were here, don't you?
Turn around slowly so I can
Oh yeah.
see your...
What do you think, Doc?
I think it looks great.
Yeah?
I followed your plan.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I try to cover the whole area, so I kind of spaced it a little bit further apart. So we got from front to back done for you.
It's day 407, and I just got back from Houston. Literally just got to the house, and now I need to take off this bandage and spray and put ointment along the stitch area. But I can't rinse my hair yet. Can't really shower, like wash it. So not doing that today. But this will be the first time these bandages have come off since yesterday afternoon or evening when everything was done. So let's get into it. All right, got my trusty assistant here to help me. To make sure I don't do it, to make sure I don't mess anything up. So,
Okay. I'm just going to start slow. Stand straight. I want you to be relaxed and normal. Yeah.
there we go.
Anything, if you feel anything, just tell me and I'll stop.
Okay.
I knew the first 2 to 3 weeks were gonna be, I wasn't gonna be able to work out or go for a bike ride or, you know, do any extensive work, exercise, I mean. So those things were already familiar. I already had kind of prepared myself to just kind of rest.
All right, so Bosley sent me home with some really great stuff to take care of this over the next 2 weeks. And essentially what it is this is a particular shampoo that I will use to wash the top of my head and everything really.
I had the sleep down, like the sleep was easier for me. The first time I was trying to figure it out, it was kind of a little clunky, but I felt like I bounced back much faster. I slept really well. I got to my rest much quicker because it was kind of, I had already had that first experience, so simple, more easy to manage the second time around. You know, the first year it felt like this is never gonna come, you know? It felt like it took forever. The second year, I was a little bit more like encouraging to myself. I kept referring to it as making sure that I made daily deposits into myself and working out and eating good and spending quality time with family and friends. And so just keeping those things in front of me a little bit more helped me navigate that timeline of a whole year a little better. And of course, the second procedure was for density, and I certainly started to see that density pop in around month 6, 7, and 8. It was just like, once I saw the density coming in, I was like, let's just keep going. Just motivated me to keep moving forward. I look back at photos from years ago, and I'm like, wow, I went 15 years with no hair on the top of my head to growing hair on top of my head and also growing my beard back out. I've never had the experience of being able to grow hair on top and hair on my face. And that was a pretty cool experience.
I'm still blown away with the power of what a haircut can do for you. I am 10 weeks past the second procedure and hair's looking good. This is wild because I haven't even seen the effects of the second procedure yet. And the top of the hair, I think, is looking pretty good today.
I introduced some finasteride to the mix. First year, I introduced minoxidil, no issues there. I wanted to experiment with taking finasteride this time around to see if it would help. And I got about 6 months into the process and I realized it just wasn't for me. So I discontinued that. But I'm pretty happy with the decision to not take it. I'm happy I experimented with it to see if it was right for me. Here we are now.
All right, well, today is day 651. And dude, this hair is getting crazy.
So why did you decide to grow your hair and beard for 12 months?
You know, honestly, it was kind of like gave me something else to focus on. And so I wanted to grow out my hair and my beard and just kind of set it and forget it and just let it grow with a goal to get down to the Beardbrand Barbershop at the end and get a nice haircut, a nice beard trim, just kind of get an entire makeover. I'm incredibly grateful that I've documented all the highs and the lows of this journey because I can look back over the last 2 years and truly see the growth, not only on my hair, but also as a person. I've grown tremendously, and I'm very grateful, very happy for the experience, for the hair. I couldn't be more grateful.
That's it. Let's just leave it like that.
Really want
missed my face or anything.
You look like an actor from the 50s now, bro. It's great.
All right, I just wrapped it up at the Beardbrand Barbershop here in Austin, Texas, and I'm almost home. And I think I'm gonna go and see what my wife thinks of this new look. Let's go. Hi.
Hey,
What do you think?
you look so good. You caught me by surprise. Where's your vehicle? Look at your beautiful face. I think I recognize his face.
I know.
When we met.
Feels like
So handsome.
it's been a long time.
So good. How do you feel?
Feel good. I
So
feel incredibly relieved.
Yeah.
The ability to go into the shop, have a haircut, and take care of yourself. Like,
Fully.
yeah,
Not a tiny trim.
yeah, not a little tiny anything, just.
You look so good. Your face is so nice.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think?
Crazy.
Yeah?
It's good.
It's crazy long. in gray and you gonna dye it?
No, fuck
You
no.
gonna let it stay gray?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see it in your stash.
Oh yeah. What did it grow out to?
Dude, it looks freaking good.
What do you think?
Dude, it looks good.
It's long too, like.
Okay, I gotta do it. I'm not kidding, man. I need to do it, girl. I need to do it.
So cute. I love the stash. I love the clean cut. You can see your jawline, which has always been my favorite. Beautiful. Looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think of the hair transplant?
I think it looks incredible.
Yeah.